Namandaps, 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 namandaps.
May I ask you all to rise for the Vandana Tisarana, and that is in the purple satans on page 325.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to him, the exalted one, the enlightened one, the supremely awakened one. Buddham saranam gacchami. I go to the Buddha for guidance. Dhamma saranam gacchami. I go to the Dharma for guidance. Sangam saranam gacchami. I go to the Sangha for guidance. Namaste.
Please remain standing, and we shall now sing the kata Seya, and that is on page 313.
Hoshi no yozora no utsukushi sa誰かは知る雨の謎無数の瞳輝けば歓喜に和む我が心ガンジス川の朝ごよりあまたをする仏たち夜昼常に守らすと聞くに和める我が心。Namandavs, namandavs.
Please be seated. We shall now have the chanting of the Amida Kyo, and you'll find that on page 90, but before that we will chant the Sambujo, which is on page 89. During the chanting, I shall call out the names of those who have passed on during the month of March here in Steveston at the temple as temple members. And if you hear your person, loved one's name, please come forward and do Oshoko. We have 2 incense burners. Please use either one. And if you're coming up for the second or third time, you do not need to burn the incense, but please come forward and do the gasho. Thank you. Sensei?
No one knobs, 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 no one knobs. No one knobs. 本日ここにうやうやしく三仏牽制の奨学を仰ぎ、慎みてスティーステン仏教会2024年度の3月小月法要を言修す。如来へ向の真実心をもって法恩の誠をいたし、仏徳を賛嘆し立てまする。願わくは如来の大慈大悲心をもって無量の功徳一切衆生の上に栄光したまわらんことを。ナモキエ仏、ナモキエ法、ナモキエ僧。This morning, we have gathered here in the quietude of Amita's temple to commemorate the March 2024 Shotsuki monthly memorial service, in which we remember loved ones who have passed on during this month of March. We faithfully recite the Nembutsu and humbly join our hands in Gasho. May the fragrance of incense teach us the purity of our intentions. May the beauty of the flowers offered remind us of the glory of the Dharma. And may the lights that burn brightly upon the altar lead our thoughts to Amita's eternal light of wisdom and boundless compassion that dispels the darkness of our ignorance. Setten Amida Kyo Nyozega Mo Ijiji Buddhazai Shae Gogugi Jugi Godogu Yodai Bhikkhu Seni Yaga Juning Kaize Dayaragan Shusho Jijigi Choro Shari Maga Mongen Maga Sho Maga Sen Maga Kujirari Hada Shuri Anaga Nana Nana Ragora Kyoba Nai Binzara Harana Aranai Magagoina Agura Anurada Yoseto Shodai Deji Byosho Bosan Magasat Monju Shiri Hoji Aina Bosan Tenaga Dai Bosan Josho Jimosan Yonyo Zedo Shodai Bosan Gyushakudai Gaino Muryo Shoten Dai Shugani Musugo Choro Shari Yosu Juse Sayo Tajuman Nakamusu Dobu Sekai Myowasu Gokura Godo Wubusu Gowamida 公現在世もしゃりよすいとがこ妙意極楽五国衆長無宿男女将楽五妙極楽うしゃりよす極楽国道一十乱十一十乱も一十五十改正しよう主造異女世故異国妙和極楽うしゃりよす極楽国道うしもち悪毒水十万五十期待着你感謝無知死縁愛道公安利ありが上上老が薬医公安利ありじゃこしゃくしゅめのにごんじきし地中連芸大女者林正式正公式陽公釈式釈公白式白公微妙公結者利用極楽極道上中女性功徳上公無者利用す異物極道上座天学法が一昼夜六時に万ならけ五国衆上上位上段各位英国上衆妙家不要大我十万那个不即位即即見のが万時行行シャリヨス極楽極道上中女性功徳上官無視シャリヨス異国上部主中奇妙さしきし長若国着法無者利下領民学妙子長税少主長中夜六時水和下文語炎上五言語力知も大文阿生道文女性道合同主張門税恩に開示年無年も年相シャリヨス女もすいし長実世在用少々小医者が異物国土上中女性小実世小主張改正阿弥陀仏欲量世 十流羅も水味妙音異如百十千十学同時空座門世音者開示年上念仏念法念相四心者利益五仏国土上寿如世苦徳将軍シャリオズお
証拠 burning of incense 秋月 Tom 文高
シャリオズイブズゴミョ無料正直もごく少女下税言おいやみだうしゃりよずいぶず寿命十五にみ無料無変あそぎごごみょあみだシャリよずあみだ無常無以来おがじご無シャリよずいぶず無量無変正門でしがやらがいせ三十四条のち消防座主薬部尿税シャリヨズイブズ
天達常森
尿税苦毒将軍
赤木かやベイクアリス東前豊和東前伊佐へ互い無量無変あそぎごせシャリヨズ主上門者道道図願願上位 古川淳
者が徳用尿税上場
浜出ローン
くえいしょしゃりよずがいしょせんご福徳因縁徳所異国シャリよず百千南四千女に門絶阿弥陀仏十字妙語百一日
浜川由紀子
百三日百四日百五日百六日百一
浜西博一浜西和美
妙十字阿弥陀仏よ少々寿現在五世霊人十字神武天道即徳を
浜浦ロバート博士
阿弥陀仏国ら国土シャリヨズガゲンセリコセスシゴ 若衆上門世世者応答図が上位国土者利よず女が根者三段阿弥陀仏がしぎぐどとぼやくあしぐびぶつしゅみそぶ
半田紀之
みぶつしゅみごぶつみょうぶ橋
本正明堀正美堀越太郎生田誠井上進掛比誠刈谷そのえ北川忠夫タ小林春江水後上節操演武三世小柳忠俊世界節上実言浄土宗浄土心世上三不可思議倉橋富子倉橋米次商業人形者利用採用世界無料中物無料総物無料道物内容物大名物放送物上合物行政と合が社主小物各王国水後上節操演武前で豊子前で米春
上実言平等宗教同心世小三不可思議苦毒一
前のはじめ
小学年行者利用ず訪問世界
松村清太郎
南小仏二小仏門名仏如世道
森下茂雄
小仏各王国水後上節操演武三千大千世界実上実言
向井照夫
道心世小三不可思議苦毒一切小仏小五人形
村上浅松
世界有志士仏妙門仏妙高仏達摩仏大道仏
村尾君代村尾義行村尾長子水後上節操演武三世大千世界節上実言浄土宗浄土心世小三不可思議苦毒一切小仏小五人形者利用ず上世界永田和夫永田 としこ、
仏大円現仏大式要敬根心仏シャラ中央仏法華徳仏天一切仏如
撮影
二千仏如世と動画者修正仏覚悟合格水合上
中野千歳
三千大千世界絶上実言上
中田正代中田美之助中田時子
独一切勝負諸行年行者利四つ法如意運が我語名意一切勝負諸行年行者利四つ百千難し全如に門説勝負小説名入行名者聖書全難し全如に外一切勝仏空上五年大徳部大天王は徳なら三脈三宝大猫者利四つ尿道街道真珠が五九条
中鶴悟
者利四つ百に四つが五つがどうす
新熊敏夫
阿弥陀佛国者聖書人の海賊大天王は徳だら三脈三宝大王異国土
西正夫西武志亮
聖公者利四つ上善難し善上に百信者王道
西浜万吉
国土者利四つ女が今夜老三小仏
野上博士
徳一生分の百小節が不可思議空徳二差世根釈迦牟尼仏の偉人な敬武士人の釈迦国土五直悪世五直見直煩悩直修上直
小川鶴江小川正治
三脈三宝大小修上
おじろうアントニークスオ
大
前絹子
大
村由紀子大山鶴子佐藤レックスひろゆき坂本愛子坂本誠坂本ロイ
万仏諸説歓喜真珠サライニコ仏説
白川初音庄司デニス鈴木茂雄高崎光雄高崎敏子田坂有蔵 高山民夫
の聖祭
山本はじめ山本ジョアン山本ぬぐいこ
おじょあなごNo one loves, no one loves, no one loves, no one loves.
山中隆夫吉田和夫吉田義雄Thank you. Now we shall have a Dharma talk by Reverend Grant Ikuta.
Good morning, everyone. 皆さんおはようございます。Welcome to our March 2024 Shotsuki monthly memorial service, in which we remember loved ones who passed away during this month of March. 皆さんようこそ、3月のShotsuki法要にお参りしていただきました。Because it is a joint service, I'm going to just say a few words in Japanese first and then give my Dharma talk in English afterwards. まず最初、日本語で一言お話しして、その後、英語でお話ししたいと思います。皆さんがお持ちになっている紫の聖典ですね、もう一度325ページに開いていただいたら、325か。せいや317だったか317だったかな313ページを開いていただいければ、この聖夜についてもう少し話したいと思います。この聖夜ですね、文句を言いますと、この歌詞を読みますと、星の夜空の美しさ、垂川汁や天の謎、無数の瞳、無数の瞳無数の瞳輝けば、ごめんなさい。歓喜に和む我が心、 ね、ガンジス川の政子より、あまたを忘る仏たち、夜昼常に守らすと、聞くに和める我が心。この聖夜なんですね。これはですね、実を言いますと、書いた方が、九条武子さん。九条貴子さんですね。婦人会を始められた方で、大谷洪水様の妹さんになる、大谷洪水さんっていうと、3代前の御門師ですねの妹さんであって、この聖夜はですね、私にとっては非常に思い深い、歌であり、実を言いますと、私はまだトロントにいた頃でですね、月に1回、トロントからだいたい2時間離れたところにですね、日本ニアホームという、施設があったんですよ。で、これはもうなくなったと思うんですけど、珍しくですね、ある日系の方が建てられた施設であって、約20名ぐらいかな、小さなとこだったんですけど、ナイアグラ滝の方に向かってですね、1時間半ぐらいですかね、走ったところに日本ニアホームという施設があって、そこに月に1回お参りしに行ってたわけなんですよ。で、そこでですね、この歌を皆さんと一緒に歌って、その後にですね、そこにいたチャプレンの方が私のところに来て、なんと美しい曲だと。ね、特にこの2番目のこのガンジス川の政子より、あまたを忘る仏たち、夜昼常に守らすと、聞くに和める我が心。ね、天の川の数の多くの仏たちが私たちを見守っていただいている。ね、夜も昼も見守っていただいている。なんと美しい言葉だというふうに彼女が言ってくれたんですね。で、考えてみますとですね、こうやって正月のお参り、数多くの方々を忍び、3月の正月のお参りに参らせていただいているわけなんですが、まさにですね、毎年年々ですね、正月の方々の名前のリストが短くなるわけじゃないんですよ。毎年毎年ね、多くなっている。それだけ多くの人が、天の川、ガンジス川のようにですね、私たちを見守りながら、私たちもこの仏縁をいただき、もう一度その亡くなられた方々と触れ合い、そして、感謝の心を持ってですね、ありがとうございました。今日も一日また再会できて嬉しいなと、喜んで、お念仏を唱えさせていただいているわけでございます。最後になりますが、皆さんと一緒にもう一度合唱して、日本語の法話を、これで返させていただきたいと思います。ナモアミダブス、ナモアミダブス、ナモアミダブス、ナモアミダブス。Okay, good morning everyone again, and I'm going to actually, let's see, put the displays on. Is it coming on? Nothing's coming on. How come? Oh, there we go. Okay. And I'm going to, I can't do it this way. This is complicated. Hang on. I'm sharing. What am I sharing? Where is that? Here. Okay. Okay. So can you all see that? Okay. I'm going to start off my talk by reading this passage. Oops, what's going on here? Something. Okay. May the virtue that leads to enlightenment be shared equally with all beings. May we together awaken the Bodhi mind and be born in the realm of peace and serenity. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. How many of you recognize this passage? Strange, because we chant it every single time we have a service here. In fact, we chanted it this morning as well, okay? Except because we're chanting it, you don't recognize it. You know, at the very end of each chant that we do, we always say, Ganni shikudoku byodo sei issai dohoso bodaishi ojo an rakkoku. You know, at the very end of the chant, we always say that. That's what this is, okay? So that's translated as this. May the virtue that leads to enlightenment be shared equally with all beings. May we together awaken the Bodhi mind and be born in the realm of peace and serenity. Okay. So first of all, let me again welcome you to the March Shotsuki monthly memorial service in which we gather here to remember loved ones who passed away during this month of March. As well, to those who are joining by Zoom, welcome. And thank you for attending online. You may have noticed while we were chanting, I actually skipped one page as we were chanting. My minister's seiten or service book is getting so ratty and old. There's where I turn the pages, where the numbers are, it's getting so thin, it's very easy for me to miss a page, and that's what happens. So there's that phrase that in Japanese that says, even a monkey falls out of the tree. Well, I think even ministers can skip a page during their chanting. Anyways, as we gather here for this March monthly memorial service, you know, I wanted to start off by, so this passage here actually is attributed to this person here. Okay. Now this is actually a picture of the scroll on the far left-hand side. It's so small that you don't generally get to see it. So I thought I'd take a picture and blow it up a bit, and that's what this is. This is a picture of a person by the name of Zendo Daishi, or Shantao. Okay. And he was the fifth of our 7 patriarchs in Jodo Shinshu Buddhism. In our lineage, Jodo Shinshu, Japanese Pure Land Buddhism, the founder of our lineage, Shinran Shonin, pays tribute to these 7 great masters, monks. 2 of them were from India, Nagarjuna, Vasubandhu, or in Japanese we call it Ryuju Bosatsu and Tenjin Bosatsu. And then there were 3 in China, Tanwan or Donnan in Japanese, Tao Cho or Doshaku in Japanese, and Shantao or Zendo Daishi, this person here. Now, Zendo Daishi, Shantao, lived from 613 to 681. And he was an extremely well-versed monk, very famous in China. And yet, in one of his writings, one of his passages, songs, he wrote this passage. May the virtue that leads to enlightenment be shared equally with all beings. May we together awaken the Bodhi mind and be born in the realm of peace and serenity. Now, you might wonder what this means. And actually, we chant this chant. It's called Kisamboge. And we actually chant it every time we do a funeral service here. At the very beginning, we give the presentation of the Dharma name, and there's a short chant. And that's where this passage comes out from. So we chant that during the funerals as well. But the reason why I wanted to share with you this morning was, you know, just this past week, I just happened to be watching CNN, and on the CNN, they were talking about U.S. border. The U.S. politics is like a soap opera, right? Especially when they talk about Trump and all the air that he gets. And they were talking about the Mexican border and how he was saying, they're murderers and whatnot are coming through, and terrible people are coming through, and he was making all this judgment, and Biden is now at the border as well, saying we have to beef up security. And as I was listening to this, it reminded me of one particular, I don't know if you're familiar with Far Side, this Far Side cartoon. And you see this father and son in the backyard looking at this bird up above, and the caption reads, "And now Randy, by use of song, the male sparrow will stake out his territory, an instinct common in the lower animals," right? So he's talking about how, I better not show that long, I'll probably get, later on there's going to be a claim on the copyrights and whatnot probably, but hopefully not. Anyways, the point was, Gary Larson is a great humorist, and he really succinctly points out the fact that this father and son are in their backyard, fenced off by this picket fence, and he's saying that the sparrow is marking out his territory by song in the form of lower beings, right? And the fact is that, we're all the same, right? And whether it's Trump or Biden, and even ourselves, we stake out our territory, our own place, and we say, this is mine, or, and we feel invaded if somebody comes into our territory. We feel, invaded when somebody does that. And it happens culturally as well. Being from the Japanese culture, they've done studies where the amount of space that people feel comfortable with, the Japanese have a further distance than North Americans. So the North Americans, when they speak with one another, they come up very close. But Japanese feel very uncomfortable with that, and they like their personal space. But anyways, the whole point of all this was that we're not any different from what we so-called lower forms of life. We are, in fact, one and the same. All life forms are the same. And so when we look at this passage by Zendo Daishi, Shantou, it's actually a beautiful statement. May the virtue that leads to enlightenment be shared equally with all beings. Okay, he's not saying with human beings. And this is something very important about Buddhism, is that it talks to all sentient beings. Okay, what's a sentient being, you say? Well, a sentient being is a being within the universe. Anything that has life, we can call it a sentient being. And in fact, if you look at some of the teachings, they even view what we would consider inanimate objects to have sentient consciousness. And so everything in the universe has its own uniqueness. And the Buddha's wish is to save all beings in suffering. And therefore, Shantou says, may these virtues of enlightenment, may we receive it equally with all beings. And may we together awaken the Bodhi mind and be born in the realm of peace and serenity. So when we think of the wish of the Buddha, or when we think of the wish of our ancestors, who we've come here to remember today, they together now, one with the Buddha, are working towards us, to awaken us to the virtue that leads to enlightenment. Realizing the oneness that exists. Realizing that yes, on one hand, we are base individuals, just like the sparrow. We stake our territory. Yet at the same time, we can awaken to a much greater mind, the Bodhi mind that says, yes, we are one together. And with that wish, we wish to be born in the realm of peace and serenity. And so Shantou, what he did was he awakened to the mind of Amida the mind of the infinite, the Buddha, that says, awaken to this greater oneness that exists. And in return to that, he made this song saying, this is my desire, that together we all awaken to this peace or this oneness, this Bodhi mind, and then be born in the realm of peace and serenity. And I believe it's also the calling voice of all the ancestors that we are here to remember during this Shotsuki service. Their voice is for us to awaken to this Bodhi mind and peace and serenity. And so, out of gratitude to those we come to remember, as well as to the Dharma, the Buddha, for allowing us to be mindful of this, we put our hands together and recite the Nembutsu. So at this time, if I can ask you again, please join me in Gassho. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. Namo. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sensei. We'll now sing the Gata Ondok-san on page 307 in the Purple Seiten. And those who are able, please rise. Thank you. Please be seated. That concludes our service for today. At the back of your programs, you will see a list of coming events. Oh, sorry, I forgot. We will now have the presentation of the offertory. And I'll ask my wife, June, to please bring it forward. Thank you. Now that concludes the service. At the back, you'll see the coming events, and there's one there for March the 20th. It's a movie night here at 7 o'clock, and this says Hula Girls, and I understand this is sort of a tearjerker, is it?
It's a nice story, very nice.
Yeah, okay. So if you are available, come and enjoy the movie, as well as all the other events taking place. Today, in the classroom, we have people who are here to assist filling out the forms for the grants that are given out from the Japanese Canadian Survivors Health and Wellness Fund to those people who are eligible. And they are in the classroom to assist you if you have not already done so. they're there to assist you with that. And people who are eligible are the people born before April the 1st, 1949, and have lived in BC before April the 1st of 1949, or had parents or grandparents who lived in BC before April 1st, 1949, and have been directly impacted by the actions of the BC government before April 1st of 1949. So if you fall in that category, please go to the classrooms. There are 3 young ladies there to assist you with the forms.